What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexarae Smith. I'm a mindset and wellness coach. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. If you would like to work with me, go to my website, alexaraewellness.org. In today's video, I want to talk about 6 mindfulness tools that will help you find inner peace, gain clarity, and ultimately find your purpose in life. I want to help you gain well-being and have mindfulness in the easiest way possible. And all 6 of these are completely free. If you're a human being living on this planet in 2021, going through quarantine, going through lockdowns, even if we weren't going through all of this, these are the tools that are essential. This should be your mindfulness tool belt. And I truly believe that you should be doing all of these practices at least once a day. If you do all of these practices at least once a day, you will find that you have so much peace in your life. You have such a container of space to have inner peace that when something in the external world happens that you're not exactly vibing with, it's not going to be able to take your peace or your power from you, because the only things that have power over you are the things that you let have power over you. The first mindfulness practice, every human meditated at least once a day, the collective consciousness of our world would be in such a different place. We would see so much less violence. We would see so much more peace. The problem is people aren't meditating. And the thing is, people have been telling you to meditate since people came on this planet and started using words. Meditation is an essential practice. You have to meditate. You can't meditate once a week. You have to meditate every single day. Every single day. Just like with anything, it gets easier the more you do it. So what I tell everyone is, if you haven't started meditating yet, you start today. Today you start. And what you do is you'll meditate for 5 minutes. Put a timer on your phone and meditate for 5 minutes. If you're not going to meditate, then you need to put an alarm on your phone that says meditation. And you need to make sure that when that alarm comes up that you go meditate. Meditate for 5 minutes for 2 weeks. Then evaluate how you're doing. If you feel comfortable and you feel like you're able to up your meditation practice, then you're going to make it go to 10 minutes. Do this. Put a timer on your phone. Sit there for 10 minutes and meditate. Do this for 2 weeks. And then again, regroup. Do you feel as though you can push it to 15 minutes? Ideally, if you can meditate for 20 minutes at a time, that will be so effective for you. It will truly change your life and it will change the game. The people that say that they don't have time to meditate are the people that have to meditate the most. What you don't seem to understand is time isn't real. So it's not about the time in the day. It's about your energy to get through the day and your vibration that you're creating through the day. If you're taking 20 minutes in the morning to meditate, you're creating a container of clarity. You're raising your vibration so that the rest of your day can flow harmoniously with you in this high vibe state. You don't need more time in your day. Humans decided that it's a set amount of time in a day. So forget about the time, because that's always going to be your excuse, and get to know yourself. You have to be with yourself. If you're really uncomfortable with meditating, then I suggest you listening to a guided meditation or listening to the sounds of nature. Listen to something so that way you help calm your mind. You can also implement a mantra like so hum. That means I am. Or just use Om, because that has a vibrational frequency. Everything has a vibrational frequency. If you are using a mantra in your mind, then you're giving your mind something to do while you're meditating. It's not about stopping your mind and stopping your thoughts. It's about being the gentle observer of your thoughts and realizing you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are coming to you based on the vibration that you're vibrating at. If you don't like the thoughts that you're having, raise your vibration and stop paying attention to the thoughts that are coming in. Let them pass through. The tool that I want to talk about is breath work. Breath work is the most instantaneous way for you to change your energy, because it's literally you moving energy throughout your body. Energy gets stored, energy gets trapped, and that's when we feel stagnant. You have to be breathing to get that energy out. And most of us aren't breathing correctly. We're doing very shallow breaths, when in reality, we should be breathing into our belly, and we should be expanding our belly when we breathe. And when we exhale, we should also be emptying our belly. If you're not breathing through your belly, you're not getting full breaths. That means that your brain isn't fully oxygenated. That means that your organs aren't fully oxygenated. Breath work is so simple. You breathe in fully, slowly, and deeply. I suggest doing this by breathing in through your nose, slowly and deeply, holding it for a moment, and then exhaling slowly and deeply until you have no more breath in your stomach, and breathe out of your mouth. I recommend that you do that 6 times. So you're gonna breathe in slowly and deeply through your nose, you're gonna hold on to the breath for a moment, and then you're going to breathe it all out slowly and deeply through your mouth. Do this 6 times in a row. If you do that, I guarantee you, I don't care where you are, if you want to keep your eyes open because you're in a public place, you can absolutely do this. No one's going to know you're really doing breath work. Most people are too busy paying attention to what they have going on in their own ego that they probably won't even notice you taking deep breaths for a moment. So make sure that you implement breath work. This is so important and powerful for people that suffer from anxiety and depression. I always explain it like this. When you're depressed, your mind is in the past. When you're anxious, your mind is in the future. So in order for you to stop being depressed or for you to stop being anxious, you have to come back to the present moment. If your mind is racing off, you're no longer in the present moment. Presence means you're in your body, you're in your heart, you're not in your mind. When you're in your mind, you're somewhere else. When you're somewhere else, that's when mental health issues come in, because you've left the time and space that your body is in. So the way that you come back to your body when you've left your body and you've gone into your mind is by breathing, because that brings you home to the body. So do breath work whenever you're feeling anxious. Do it first thing in the morning. Do it before you go to bed. All of these things should be in your morning routine and can absolutely also be in your nightly routine, and can be sprinkled throughout your day whenever you need them. Next mindfulness tool that I want to remind you about, because I know you know about this one, is journaling. Journaling is scientifically proven to help you conceptualize and deal with your emotions, especially ones that have been deeply seated in your subconscious mind. A lot of the time, we are being affected by things and we're not sure what they are. And then we're trying to figure it all out in our mind when our mind is the one that created the problems in the first place. So it's basically you taking your intangible thoughts in your mind and making them tangible and writing them down with pen and paper. Yes, it's the most effective when you are tangibly writing. You aren't actually going to emotionalize and feel everything that you need to feel or have the revelations that you're trying to have because you just wrote something down in your phone and then went back to Instagram. You're not going to get what you need doing that. So tangibly write down what you're feeling. People that say, I don't know what I want to write about, or I don't know what to write about, it's not that you need to know every single day what you need to write about. Writing down anything that comes up and not judging it, but then looking at it and processing it to see what lessons you're getting out of it, or what you can release, or where you can shift. I honestly recommend journaling every single morning. Another practice that can go hand in hand with journaling is a gratitude practice. So if you're not familiar with a gratitude practice, it's simply you just getting into a state of gratitude, because on the frequency scale of emotions, it's very high. So any high vibrational feeling is something we are always trying to get into. Gratitude is simply you being grateful for the things that you already have in your life. So if you're someone that doesn't know how to journal, then write down what you're grateful for. I tell my clients to make a list of 10 things that they're grateful for every single morning before they start their day. If you don't have time to write down what you're grateful for, then at least say 3 things that you're grateful for as soon as you wake up. Have those be the first words or thoughts that come through your head. Don't start your day in a bad vibration. Get yourself in a good vibration before you even get out of bed. Honestly, keep a pen and notebook next to your bed, and before your feet even touch the ground, get yourself into a state of gratitude. Say what you're grateful for, list them out, write a letter to the universe, say how grateful you are for everything that you have. The more grateful you are, the more things you'll have to be grateful for. The less grateful you are, the less things you'll have to be grateful for. Gratitude is life-changing. Cultivate a state of gratitude as much as you can. When a situation's happening that you don't love, find 3 things to be grateful about in that situation. It will always, 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 always raise your vibration. And that's what we're always trying to do. Other thing that I want to talk about, and I don't think that this is talked about enough, is mirror work. So what is mirror work? Mirror work is honestly you standing in front of a mirror and being nice to yourself. Revolutionary concept, I know, but how many times have you ever stood in the mirror and told yourself how beautiful you were, or told yourself how worthy you were, or said, I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be in this body. I'm so grateful for this beautiful life that I have. Most of the time we're sitting in the mirror and we're picking ourselves apart saying, I wish my pores were smaller, or I wish I was skinnier, or I wish my hair was thicker. We would never allow anyone to speak to ourselves like this. So why do we allow ourselves to? And what you have to realize is the dialogue you're having with yourself is directly commanding your subconscious mind. So if you're telling yourself how ugly you are in the mirror, then your subconscious mind goes, I mean, I don't know why, but I guess this girl wants to be ugly. So then you're going to see yourself as ugly even more so, because that's what you said you wanted your reality to look like. You're beautiful. You are beautiful. What I want you to do is stand in the mirror at least for 2 minutes every single day and compliment yourself. I want you to speak nice, empowering words to yourself, words that you would hear from your lover, words that you would hear from your best friend. Speak yourself into existence. Say nice things about yourself. Don't judge yourself. And you know what will happen? Once you do this over and over again, because remember, anything is a habit after 21 days. If you do this over and over again on repeat, you could have been someone that used to rip yourself apart in the mirror. And then when you start seeing your reflection, you're now going to find a friend. I'm telling you, I used to tear myself apart in the mirror, and then I started doing this, and now anytime I see my reflection in anything, doesn't even have to be a mirror. If I see my reflection in anything, I say in my head, I love you, Alexa. And I try and smile at myself. It wasn't comfortable at first, okay? I didn't believe myself at first. Now, it's my truth. I love myself, and I am grateful to be here. And I remind myself that as many times as I need to throughout the day. And you need to start doing it too. The last tip that I want to tell you about, listen to words of affirmation. Literally, you're creating your world based off of the words that you're saying. And reprogram your mind the best is first thing when you wake up and last thing before you go to bed due to your brainwave state. So if you're listening to positive affirmations in the morning and at night, you are going to start believing those positive affirmations because you're hearing them over and over again. It's very powerful for people who have never said anything nice about their life or themselves. Or if you come from a really negative family, you're not going to be used to hearing words of affirmations. So listen to affirmations. You can find free ones on YouTube. You can buy ones from people as well. But ultimately, you could just find a positive affirmation that aligns with whether you want to make money, whether you want to love yourself more. There's affirmations for everything. Find one that resonates with you and listen to it for 21 days. See how your life changes, because when your mind changes, your life changes. The external world changes when you change your frequency. It's always going to come back to that, and your frequency is ultimately created by your mindset. And adding mindfulness in here, you will create the life of your dreams, because you'll then become unstoppable. You're going to be doing everything that you need to do to give yourself the space for peace and clarity and purpose. And then you're going to be taking actions that are aligned from you being in alignment with your purpose. And life will then flow. When you hear people talk about flowing with the universe, this is what they're talking about. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you so much. Comment below what your favorite mindfulness practice that I mentioned was, or list a mindfulness practice that I didn't mention below, because you're going to be helping other people by sharing what you do to get your mind right. I'm so, so grateful for you all. Have the best day, and we'll talk soon.